Hello, day 2. So day 2 is Proverbs 22:7. Let's look at Proverbs 22:7. And it reads, just as the rich rule the poor, so the borrower is servant to the lender. Okay, guys, so I must confess, Klarna has been my friend. Uplift for my cruises. And now I have to pay those back. And I'm a good steward and I will pay it back. Just like I pay my credit cards, you know, all those things. So what it's saying, but when you become, you know, getting credit or doing things of that nature, what happens is that takes over and you now become the borrower is a servant to the lender. You become like a servant because you have to know that it's best to be more debt-free than it is to always owe monies and things. So just as the scripture says in Proverbs 22:7, just as the rich rule the poor, so the borrower is servant to the lender. So just know that you don't want to be the borrower. You want to be the person who can give out and don't expect it back. I've done it where I've given someone some money, let them borrow it, and it never came back. But I lived and learned. So now if I give, I'm giving without the idea that you're going to ever get it back. So just do that, okay? So that is Proverbs 22:7. And the daily mindset is, I commit to not being a financial slave and will allow the power of God to help me achieve and maintain financial freedom. I gladly participate in God's economy. So you're getting a daily mindset, you're getting an affirmation, you're getting the scripture. So it says, you're going to gladly participate in God's economy. That means you're not going to be a bunch of person being in debt. We should not. And if I am, I'm guilty and I will have to get out of it. And I will. We're doing the snowball plan. I know you guys have seen me talk about on my channel, the snowball effect, where you take one bill, pay it off, then take that money, pay off another bill, take another bill, and keep going and keep going and keep going. So that is what we are speaking about when we're saying we're gonna participate in God's economy. You're committed to not being a financial slave, and will allow the power of God to help me achieve and maintain financial freedom. So the goal is financial freedom. If you don't have it yet, you can get it. I know how much money I'm in debt, and I know how to get out of it, and I know I need to stay focused. And there's things you can do extra. I know I have to go back to school, so I have to pay for some of that to get my higher degree so I can make more money. Doesn't mean to spend more, it just means to make more. I have a business plan I put together through ChatGPT. Shout out to the classy, well, not classy climbers, although Erica is one of the classy climber people I watch, but also to Kim, the driver CEO. I follow her too, and I've been in several of her classes, and she's taught how to use ChatGPT to start a business, to talk to it, to get it to share with you ideas and things of that nature. It's amazing. So I have a whole business idea put together, and I won't talk about it on this one or give it out until I get it popping. And when I pop it, then you'll know. But yeah, I use ChatGPT for that reason. So make sure you're using the things that God has given us. You know, automation, artificial intelligence, not gonna be around forever. The things that you're teaching, get what you can and grab it and go and get it. Start your businesses, y'all. Have a little business. Just have something to bring additional monies in, digital products, writing books, doing coloring books, all those things. I'm thinking about doing a coloring book for children in foster care. That's one idea, but I'm gonna be going over that too. I'm gonna look over some stuff and start working on something to make additional money. I loved doing Uber and Lyft and DoorDash, all of that, Spark. That takes a lot of driving, which I do get tired of driving, but for now I'm gonna have to do some extra to make some more money come in. So it is what it is, okay? So that is the scripture for today was day 2, Proverbs 22:7. I commit to not being a financial slave and will allow the power of God to help me achieve and maintain financial freedom. I gladly participate in God's economy. So guys, if that is what you know, you don't want to be on the borrower, because the borrower is served to the lender. And you got to figure out ways to make additional money. You got to figure out ways to spend less money. You got to look in your closet. Maybe you can put things on eBay, or you can do Facebook Marketplace. You could do, let's say, Macari. I think it's called Macari. You just got to think of different things you can do to get outside of that beast system. You guys saw recently, this will date this, but the longshoremen had a strike. It was just one day. They demanded 67% raise. Now, if y'all know anything a little bit about the longshoremen, they use forklifts to pick up the items from the ports that are coming in from the ships and pick them up, put them, stack them, and move them, you know, get them to where they gotta go. But they're basically basic forklift drivers. And most average forklift drivers, if they're not with the union and they're not with the port longshoremen, $14 an hour, maybe 15, some 20. But the longshoreman average salary, beginner, is 80K. And that's a 20-year-old straight up GED, high school diploma. They're making what engineers about to make, a starting engineer who went to school for maybe 4 to 6 years, getting their master's and everything. That's a longshoreman. So that tells you skill set. They don't really have a big skill set. They just know how to do that forklift, and they are in the union. And they can live a pretty lavish lifestyle between, that's the beginning. So you have the 120,000 to 250,000 of longshoreman money. Then you have the big longshoreman, the head honcho guy, 900,000 without bonuses. Without bonuses, this man makes 900,000. He is the union leader of the longshoremen. He said he started in 1967 as a young man walking into the longshoreman position. Then he rose up to the top. Now, I am a social worker. I don't make close to what the longshoremen do, but definitely got to use the mind. Got to definitely be a caring individual, work with, do what I do. People may say, hey, you need to make more money because what you do, you're changing lives. Okay, in this economy, that's why God's economy is so important. It's not about the levels. It's about being in his economy, and I mean being debt-free and not having a bunch of debt, being the lender and not the borrower. Those are the things that we got to look at. And that's why I said economy, got to change things up and do things different. So that's a little lesson for you guys. So that was day 2, Proverbs 22:7.